Good afternoon and welcome to Bodyweight Burn. For today's session, I don't really have any equipment. We're just going to use our body. There's no weights. I don't even have a mat for today. So just make sure you have plenty of room for yourself to move around and you should be good to go. Also, make sure you have plenty of water and perhaps a towel to wipe yourself off if needed. So with all that said, I'm going to start my timer here. We're going to do about a 3-minute warm up. So let's start with a little rotation with the hips. So I'm going to bring one knee up to the side and down and alternate the legs. Keeping your hands up, or you can have them out to the side if you're having trouble with balance. Nice easy motions here, just opening up the hips. I'm going to change it up in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So I'm going to have one arm out to the side for balance with this. And I'm going to do some leg swings here. Back and forth, just like that. Nice and easy here. Just enough to get a good little stretch in the hamstring as we move forward, and a little in the hip as we move back. If the arm out to the side is still not enough for your balance, try holding on to a chair, your wall, a desk, anything close by. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch it up and moving back and forth with the other leg now. Again, a little stretch in the hamstring as we swing forward and a little in the hip as we move back. A little quick tap on the floor if you lose balance. 3, 2, 1. And let's do some nice easy squats here. A little swing of the arms up and down as we go deep into a squat and standing right back up. Get a little blood flow in with the upper body this way as we swing the arms forward and back. 3, 2, 1. And next up, I'm going to act like I have a jump rope in hand. We'll do little hops here. Nice, easy jump rope. Nice, easy jumps off the floor. Bouncing off the balls of your feet. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Shaking out the legs real quick because we're going to use them again. We're going to do some high knees with a twist. So using your hands, tapping the sides of your hips. So go. At this time, we got about less than a minute left for the warm up. So I want to add some speed here. Again, using your hands to tap the sides of your hips. Eyes on your hands. So you get a good twist in for your core. 3, 2, 1. Very good. And let's do some butt kicks. Bringing the heels to the glutes. Try to do your butt kicks while lifting up your arms. Keeping your arms overhead. Nearly done here. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And bring the arms down. Quick shake of the arms and legs. All right, so we're going to go right into our workout. We got 3 rounds of 6 different exercises. The first round is going to be 30 seconds long. So real quick, what I want to do is work the legs. So about 15 seconds here, we're going to pulse. Same side, just like that, nice and low as we can. And then we'll quickly switch to the other side when 15 seconds pass. So pick a side, ready, 3, 2, 1, drop it low. And pulsing it out, just a few inches up and down. Try to avoid standing up at this time. Really working the quads here. 3, 2, 1, switching sides and go. And once we finish this side, we're going to go down into a plank position. Keeping your knees bent and keeping this leg nice and low. And good. Standing up, quick shake of the legs. All right, like I said, we're going to go into plank position. So with this one, quick demo here. In your plank position, whether that's on or off the knees, we're going to move our hands here. And we're going to go wide, wide, center, center. Try to get your hands right under your chest, all right? So going in, 3, 2, 1, holding the plank. And go side, side, center, center. If you do have a mat today, You can use that as a way to make sure you're going wide enough and narrow enough. So you can have your hands off the mat, back center, and center. Again, off the mat, center, center. Nearly done here. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Very good. Standing back up. And we'll move on to our next exercise. So this next one, we're going to do a little ski hops. So acting like you're skiing down the mountain, but I want you to hop one side and the other side, using our arms just like we have the poles. So I want you to use them to swing up and up just like that. Ready? We're going to go in about 5 seconds here. Quick shake of the arms if you need it. 3, 2, 1. Good swing of the arms and up, up. So this is the pace I'm going to stick with. It's just enough to get my heart elevated. Get a little side view here. Make sure your back is nice and flat. Keeping your feet and your knees close together while you're looking straight ahead. Make sure your hips and your shoulders are squared during this time. Last one. Done. Very good. Going back into plank position. This time we're still moving our arms out and in, but we're going to add a push-up to it. So let me show you quickly. Here's what I mean. We'll be in center position, and I'm actually going to move my leg and hand to the side. Quick push-up, back center, and then other side push-up. All right? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Side push-up, back center, other side now. Now I am doing this off my knee, but if you need to do your push-ups on your knees, you can do that as well. Another way to do your push-ups is if you have an ottoman, a chair, perhaps your desk close by, you can do your push-ups on those if needed to get a good full range of motion. Center and done. Standing back up. And this one is going to be a little bit more fast-paced. We're going to do a jumping jack-like motion with the legs, but I want to squeeze the back when we do it. So we're not going to jumping jack, we're going to back jack. All right? So, quick little side view first, going in 3, 2, 1, and let's hop it out. Find the pace that works for you for this first round. Get your body used to the motion first, and then we got 2 more rounds after this, so you can try going a little bit faster next time if needed. 10 seconds left. Make sure you squeeze the back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep going. 3, 2, 1 more, and good. All right, next up, now we're going to slow it down again. Really working our core and our glutes for this one. So here's what I mean. Plank position first, and we're going to lift up our hips like so. When we do that, we want to round the back and crunch the core. We're going to go nice and slow on the way up. Same thing on the way down. So with me, 3, plank position first, 2, 1, lift up, round your back, and squeeze your core. And back down into plank position. Flatten out the back. Just like that. Up. I'm keeping my eyes on my toes for this. And then back down. Now eyes on the floor. One more time. Up. Good squeeze. Squeeze your core and back down. Straighten out your back and hold this position here for 3, 2, and 1. So it's a little bit slower there, but it's a different way to work your core in both the crunch and plank, alternating those. All right, about 20 seconds left. Let's go into round 2. And we're going to go back to our lunges here. So we're going to do 20 seconds now on one leg and 20 seconds on the other. All right, so everything's going to last just a little bit longer here. Pick a side, going down, hands in front, and pulse it out, keeping this back knee here nice and low for 20 seconds, really firing up the quad in the back here. 10 seconds left, then we'll switch sides. Nearly done. 3, 2, 1. Switching it up and pulse it out. Pulse, pulse. Keep it going. Now I got my hands in front, but if you prefer hands on your hips, you can do that as well. We got less than 10 seconds here. Keep the knee low. Keep the knee low. 3, 2, 1, and excellent. Shaking out those legs. Quads are on fire after that. Okay. Going back into plank position, we're going to go wide and center with our arms for plank position. Take a quick sip of water. We got 10 seconds left. Getting into position. And I'm going to have my knees up and my feet together for this one to really practice my balance here. All right, so with me, wide, wide, center, center. You will shift a little bit to the right and left. That's okay. But what I want you to do is watch out for your shoulders and your hips. I do not want anyone to just let the hips tilt side to side like that. No rotating of the hips. This is wrong. We want to make sure that we keep our core tight and our hips nice and squared so we get a good contraction in the whole exercise. Challenging our balance, which means we're challenging the muscles in the core. 3, 2, 1, and up. Woo! All right, back to skiing down the mountain with our ski hops here. So with this one, I want to go just a tiny bit faster. All right, that does not mean we're going to jump really high for this one. We want to have small hops and try to go from one side to the other just a little bit faster here, okay? So pick a side, grab those imaginary poles, get into position. 3, 2, start with the swing and up and up. Up just like that. Notice I'm keeping my head up. I'm looking straight ahead the whole time. I'm going to try swinging my arms. It's going to make the jumps a little bit easier. Back is nice and flat while you look straight ahead. Try to keep your feet and your knees close together. They don't have to be touching. They just have to be close together. We got about 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good. All right. Going back to plank position. This time we're going to do the side to side push-ups. So again, I'm going to do mine on the floor, but if you need to use some sort of elevated surface, an ottoman, your desk, perhaps even a wall for your push-ups, you go ahead and do that. Catch your breath, everyone. All right. Plank position now. Try to keep your feet centered as well as your hands because we're going to move them to the side as well. Ready? Pick a side, push up, and center. Other side, right into it. Be very mindful of your hips here. Yes, you want them to be squared, but you also want to make sure that the hips stay nice and low. What you don't want to do is bring them up too high because we do want to work the core as well. So keep the hips low and try to get your chest all the way down so that it meets your hands on the floor or whatever surface you're doing your push-ups on. 5 seconds. Let's do one more. Down, up, center, and good. Standing up, everyone. All right, next up, we're going to go a little bit faster with this one as well, going back to our back jack. So make sure you get a good squeeze in your back as you bring your arms out to the side and try to get them a little bit behind your torso as well as you're jumping. All right. So 5 seconds here, hands in front, feet together. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Good squeeze, good squeeze. I'm going to come up a little bit closer here. So notice my arms. I'm going to make sure my hands don't go up too high. I want them just below my shoulder height. If they're any higher than this, it can be very uncomfortable for the shoulder joint for quite a few people. So keep the hands low for safety when you're moving fast like this. got about 10 seconds left. Do what you can in that time. See if you can pick up the speed for that short amount of time. 3, 2, 1, and very good. All right, now we're gonna slow down once again for the plank into a pike, lifting up the hips up and down. Another quick sip of water is needed. All right. So plank position, we got 10 seconds. Keeping the hips low. I'm gonna have my feet about shoulder width apart for this one. Ready? Let's go. Bring the hips up, eyes on the feet, and then down. Now eyes on the floor. Keeping it going. Round your back on the way up. Good crunch. And then flatten it out on the way down. Dropping the hips a little bit. Bringing them up. Crunch. And back down. Just like that. 20 more seconds here. Going just a tiny bit faster. Yes. But not too fast. We want to have nice controlled movements so that we get a good crunch in for the core. And then holding that plank for just a second. Let's do a hold and done. Standing up and going back into our first exercise. So this is our last round. It's the longest one. Everything's going to be about 50 seconds each this time. So I'm going to pan down just a little bit more. Back to our lunges with the pulse. We want to stay extra low for our final set here. So pick a leg and then step back because we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, down low and pulse, pulse. Keeping that knee extra low. Now again, I got my hands in front because that's most comfortable for me. But if you want your hands on your hips instead, so be it. Go for it. 10 more seconds, then we'll switch up. 3, 2, 1, and up. Quick switch, and down. 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. Keeping this knee nice and low. Back is nice and flat. You should be looking straight ahead. If you feel like you're rounding your back a little bit like this, I want you to lean back a little bit, squeeze the back. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and up. Woo. Oh, okay, moving on. We're gonna do our plank position with the wide and narrow movements with the hands. So again, my feet are gonna stay close together to really practice balance. But if you need to spread them out a little bit more to ease off on the balance, you can do that. All right, so plank position, hands together, and side, side, center, center, just like that. One more thing I want to add to this very long set here is I'm going to lead with a different hand after each set. So watch here, lead left to right, switch it up. Right, left, left. This is a good way to challenge both sides of your body when we do balance exercises like this. So try to alternate your leading hand as many times as you can. We got about 15 seconds left, so keep it going. Watch your hips, make sure they're nice and low. I know it's tough on the core, but that's the idea. We want to work hard for the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, center it out, and good, standing back up. Okay, last time with the skis. This is going to be our fastest, so try to treat the floor almost like a hot potato, going real fast here. It's our final set. It is our longest, yes, but it's the last one. So give it all you got. Ready? Picking a side, grabbing those imaginary poles, and get ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Good swing and swing. Swing, swing. If you can't go at my pace, that's okay. Slow it down a little bit so you can keep going for the next 40 seconds we got left. Back is nice and flat, and you're looking straight ahead. Adding more power to the swing of the arms, like you're really trying to move, going to down to the mountain as fast as you can. 20 seconds left. Get that heart rate up. Try not to twist too much as well. You want to keep the hips squared. Nearly done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and woo! Shaking it out. Okay, back to plank position. Panning down for this one. Moving push-ups while in plank position. So again, the feet and the hands will move together side to side. Keep that in mind. Really gonna catch my breath after that. All right, plank position. 3, 2, 1. Side, push up, and center. Other side, right into it. I'll say it again. Watch out for your hips. Make sure they're squared and nice and low during this time. Keeping your eyes down on the floor in that space between your hands. Keep your hands right under your shoulders. And if it gets to be too much, like for some people, push-ups on your knees. Keep it going. I can do the rest off the knees. 3, 2, 1, and good. All done with that. Moving on. This one, fast, fast, fast with the back jack. Squeezing your back nice and tight. You might even get a little stretch of the front here. And try to stay on the balls of your feet the whole time. All right, so get into position, feet together, knees close together, hands in front. Keep them just under the shoulders. Ready? Go. So again, notice my hands aren't too high. I don't want them way up here. We want them down nice and low, just under the shoulder. Stand on the balls of your feet. Squeeze the back, squeeze, squeeze. Halfway through, we got less than 25 seconds now. "15 seconds. Keep breathing. And looking straight ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Woo. And now, time for our final plank for these 3 rounds. The plank into a plank. Or plank into a pike. I think I said that wrong. It's okay. I think you understand. Okay, so working the core, keeping it contracted the entire 50 seconds here. On the way up, we crunch, and on the way down, we flatten the back for a good plank. So with me, feet out to the side like so, crunch with your hips up, and then flatten the back out on the way down. Nice and slow here. We're allowing our heart rate to slow down just a little bit while we focus on the crunch with the core, and then alternate that with the plank. Again, nice and slow. I don't want you to do this crazy fast. Round your back on the way up, eyes on your toes, and then lower the hips, eyes on the floor now. Keep it going. We got about 12 seconds left. You have time for about 2 more. And down, very good. Last time up. And down. And done. All right, so that was 3 rounds, but we still got about 5 minutes left. So during that time, I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of our Tabata. So not so much with core today, but I do want to go fast pace with all 4 exercises for about 20 seconds. So the first one, we're going to do a high knee twist, and I want to hop this out. Just like in our warm-up, hands touch the sides of the hips. That's the first exercise. After that, squat and pulse it out. Not so much fast, but staying as low as we can for those 20 seconds. Finishing that up, we're gonna do burpees, staying low, still doing the squat position just like that. And then the last one we're gonna do is a push-up hover. So we're not really doing a push-up. We're just gonna stay low to the ground, allow our chest to hover just over the floor, and hold that for 20 seconds on or off the knees, all right? These are tough. There's 2 sets of each, but they're all 20 seconds each. Ready? Because we got about 10 seconds here. Starting with the high knees and the little hop. 3, 2, 1, and go. Tapping the sides of your hips, keeping your eyes on your hands the whole time. 10 seconds left. And then we're gonna slow it down with the squat pulse. 3, 2, 1. Good. 10 seconds to just quickly shake it out before we go into squat. So, catch your breath. 3, 2, 1. Pulse it out. Pulse, pulse. Just moving your hips up and down a little bit like that. Couple inches up, couple inches down. Keeping your back nice and flat. Do not round your back. You want to squeeze the upper back and look straight ahead. 3, 2, 1. Good. Standing up. Again, quick shake of the legs because we're going to need them again for the burpees into that squat position. Okay? We want to stay low so we can get more reps in. So down and go. Plank, squat. Plank, squat. Notice with my squat, I want to really straighten out my back. Straighten out the back. Quick little squeeze. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit here. Woo! Catch my breath. And good. Another quick shake of the legs and the arms. We're going to use them here. 3, 2, plank position. And we're going to drop ourselves about halfway down and hold. Just hold. Your elbows are nice and wide, eyes on the floor, and hips are low. You might want to go a little wider with your stance, with your hands to really work your chest. Nearly done and good. Okay, last set, 20 seconds. We're going to do the high knees with a twist, okay? So, go. Knees up to about hip height if you can. And again, eyes on your hands, looking downward. Good twist in the core that way. 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. Back to a squat and pulse here. So you want to go extra low. It's our last set. 3, 2, 1. Down low and pulse it out. Pulse. Pulse. A little squeeze in the back to make sure you're not rounding your back like this. We want flat back. Stay low. We got less than 10 seconds here. Stay low. I know it's tough. 3, 2, 1. Good. Up. Quick little rest. But we only got about 5 seconds to rest up. Get ready for the burpees. Staying low. And go. I like to think of this one as a squat into a plank and back into a squat. Adding a little bounce to it. 3, 2, last one. And good. Okay, very last exercise. I'm going to pan down for this one. Push up, hovers. All right, 3, 2, plank position. And go. Holding low, a little wider with the stance if you can, with your hands. Squeeze your core and your glutes. Squeeze the core and the glutes for a good flat back. 3, 2, 1, and good. Sitting up. And a quick little breath in, raising up the arms, and down. One more time with me, up and down. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. That is it for Bodyweight Burn today. So those of you who joined live, thank you for joining me at this time. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And for those of you who are watching later, I hope you enjoy this workout as well. So have a great rest of your day and take care.